which means highly available or high availability, high availability, highly available application or high availability. Is this clear, guys? HA, high availability, highly available, all these are same things, right? So if you select no infrastructure here, then you're not getting any HA facility or highly available machine or highly available application. But if your user or if your application owner says, no, my machine is very critical, or my application, it is not a time pass application, it's very critical one. So I do not want that machine to get down, or I do not want that application to get down. Do you have any high available option for me, highly available option for me in Azure? So your architect would say, yes, we do have. What do we have? वो सब उसको explain किया जाएगा. Ultimately, you guys, let me explain it to you first. As an administrator, you will get what needs to be selected here. Availability zone select करना है. अगर zone select करना है तो कौन सा ये करना है, और या फिर availability set select करना है. You will get this in your request. You don't have to worry about it. But you should understand the rationale behind it. Interview में, you cannot say to every question that I was just deploying. I just was deploying. I did not understand anything. Then they are not paying you 15 or 18 lakh का package just to deploy. ये एक engineering fresher का student 3 lakh के package में भी कर देगा. Right? So you should understand the concepts behind it. You should understand, even if you say that, oh, it wasn't my job, we had an architect team, but you should understand the concept behind it. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm
Yes.
explaining it to you, don't get confused कि ये सब आपको करना है कि नहीं, ये करना नहीं है, but you should understand. Okay. So if a user says or application owner says, my machine is highly available, or my application is very sensitive, I want some option which should have some availability option. Then some options will be offered to him. One of them is availability set. Now let's understand what is availability set. So availability set, guys, here, just if you go by the definition, right? Definition of Azure, you'll find somewhere here what is availability set. Geography. By the way, you can read the geography and etc. definition from here. Region I have already explained. Data center is something, that building which is there in that region, that is your data center. And if Pune is region, in there if we have data center buildings, that building will be called data center. Okay. Apart from this, availability set, I think यहाँ पर नहीं है. I'll share it with you. But let me explain it to you. If I explain it to you, you don't even have to rely on these definitions. Let me explain it to you. Azure region, I have already explained here. Okay. What is availability set? Let's say a user is saying that my application is very critical and I don't want कि बस एक server down हो गया तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए. I want multiple servers for that. Now having multiple servers on a single physical server, will it make sense? You tell me. कि ठीक है, multiple servers तो देने हैं. First, two questions here. First, do I get that option? When I'm creating this machine is ultimately going where we just explained here. This machine is ultimately going to a data center, right? Data center के ईस्ट यूएस का जो डेटा सेंटर है, वहां की किसी बिल्डिंग के किसी रैक के किसी एक सर्वर पे मेरा जो है फिजिकल सर्वर पे मेरी वर्चुअल मशीन यहाँ पर बनने वाली है. ठीक है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, डू आई हैव दैट कंट्रोल कि किस पे बनना चाहिए, इस पे होना चाहिए, इस पे होना चाहिए? डू आई हैव दैट कंट्रोल? नो. राइट. तो वो बाय डिफॉल्ट बनेगी. तो लेट्स से ये एक यहां पर बन गई है. नाउ दिस यूजर सेज कि यार मल्टीपल मशीन्स होनी चाहिए मेरे पास. सो डू आई हैव एन ऑप्शन कि सेकंड मशीन भी यहां पर बना लूं? फर्स्ट थिंग, डू आई हैव दैट ऑप्शन?
Don't think so. No.
No.
ऑब्वियसली नो.
Yes.
फर्स्ट के लिए नहीं था तो सेकंड के लिए कहा था. whoever says yes, where do we see the option, guys, where I can select the server?
No, no.
Of course no. फर्स्ट में भी नहीं बन रहा, सेकंड पे भी वो ऑप्शन ही नहीं दिखता है. व्हाट यू गेट, कौन सा रीजन में जाना चाहिए, उसके अलावा आपको नहीं दिखता है कि उस रीजन के सर्वर रैक नंबर 264 पे सर्वर नंबर 61 पे जाना चाहिए. You don't get that. You don't get to select that. Right? So if your first machine is created here, let's say first machine is created here, और अगर वो ऑप्शन मिलता भी, so it doesn't make any sense कि मैं दूसरी मशीन को भी यहां पर बना दूं. It doesn't make sense, right? So what we do in availability set, what Azure offers when we say availability set, let me show it to you. Let's go here and let's select availability set. The moment I select here, instead of no redundancy, I select availability set. What it says, automatically distribute your VM across multiple fault domains. Understand the word automatically. You are not doing it. ठीक है. अब availability set क्या होता है guys? Availability set is something कि इसी data center में, we are not talking about a different data center guys. We are talking about the same data center. In the same data center, there are multiple racks, I told you, right? Multiple racks. So in this data center, they will deploy one server in one of these racks or one of these servers. इस rack के किसी server में, दूसरा server यहां पर कहीं, और तीसरा server यहां पर कहीं, चौथा server यहां पर कहीं, जैसे भी जितने भी आप बनाते जाओ. Now, what is happening because of this? If something goes wrong, normally हार्डवेयर लेवल पे सर्वर में ज्यादा इश्यूज नहीं होते. आई मीन लिटरली सर्वर जो है ना, वो ये नहीं होता, डाउन नहीं होता है फिजिकली. क्या होता है, आईएसपी डाउन है, आपका पावर सप्लाई चला जाता है, इसलिए सर्वर डाउन है. सो व्हाट दे डू, दे हैव मल्टीपल आईएसपीज, मल्टीपल, लाइक वी डिस्कस्ड इन आवर डेटा सेंटर, जब हम एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे, इफ यू गाइस रिमेंबर, कि हमको अपना भी डेटा सेंटर है तो ये सब करना पड़ेगा, राइट? So they will have one ISP connected to this set of racks. ठीक है, यहां पर सिर्फ 3 दिख रहे हैं, एक सेट में 100 रैक्स भी हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, यहां पर एयरटेल का ISP ले लिया. दिस Azure is doing, okay, you are not doing anything. ये सब Azure ने कर रखा है. यहां पर आपने टाटा का पावर ले लिया, टाटा रिलायंस जो भी है. It's easier to write data, hence I'm taking that. Okay, you have taken the Airtel's ISP, Tata's power supply. इस वाले सेट में अगेन यहां पर सिर्फ एक ही दिख रहा है. इमेजिन यहां पर भी हंड्रेड्स ऑफ रैक्स हो सकते हैं. तो यहां पर रिलायंस का आईएसपी ले लिया और एमएससीबी महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट से ये ले लिया आपने, पावर सप्लाई ले लिया. यहां पर अडानी से पावर सप्लाई ले लिया एंड जियो से और सम थर्ड प्रोवाइडर, इससे आपने आईएसपी ले लिया. नाउ लेट्स से यू हैव 900 रैक्स, 900 में से आपने इसके 3 सेट बना दिए, राइट? 3 सेट बना दिए. In these 3 sets, they have different power supplies and different ISPs. मतलब ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा, कभी भी नहीं होगा कि सबके सब एक साथ डाउन है. फ्लड लाइक सिचुएशन, वॉर वगैरह होगी, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट केस. बट नॉर्मली कभी नहीं होगा कि एयरटेल और टाटा साथ में डाउन है, एयरटेल भी डाउन है, यहाँ पर टाटा भी डाउन है, यहाँ पर आपका आईएसपी भी डाउन है, यहाँ पर आपका ये भी डाउन है. दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. इज दिस क्लियर गाइस टू एवरीवन टिल हियर? Now, when you select availability set, right, what will happen? आप एक ही सर्वर बनाओ चाहिए तो, बट यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट अवेलेबिलिटी सेट. आपने एक पे बना लिया, पहला सर्वर आपका आया यहां पर. ठीक है, आपने वो एप्लीकेशन 20-25 दिन चला ली, लेकिन वो बिकॉज यू हैड ओनली वन सर्वर, वो सर्वर डाउन हुआ, आपका एक दिन का 20-40 हजार का नुकसान हो गया. देन यू रियलाइज्ड कि नहीं यार, मेरा एप्लीकेशन थोड़ा क्रिटिकल है, आई कैन नॉट रिलाई ऑन वन सर्वर, आई वांट वन मोर सर्वर. सो डज इट मेक सेंस कि यहीं पर दूसरा सर्वर हम बना लें?
No.
No, right? And it doesn't even allow that. So the moment you click next server, वो next server बनेगा यहां पर. Then if you deploy third server, वो third server बनेगा यहां पर. I am talking about multiple servers for one application guys. ठीक है, multiple applications के लिए तो multiple server हो गए, forget that. We are not discussing multiple applications. एक ही application के multiple server की बात चल रही है. ठीक है. Now if something goes wrong to this rack or this set, ये पूरा जो सेट है, इसका अगर आईएसपी चला जाता है, लेट्स से टाटा का पावर सप्लाई डाउन है, ये पूरा डाउन हो गया, विल योर एप्लीकेशन वर्क और नॉट?
It will work.
It will work, right?
It will work.
Yes. So this is your availability set. and you select availability set here, that is your availability set. If I've selected here, let me erase this. If I select no redundancy, what will happen, guys? Only one server will be deployed. And next time when I try to deploy the same server, so there is no correlation or there is no availability. वो एक नया server होगा अपने आप में. But if I select one availability set, what will it ask? It will ask me to create a set. ठीक है, मतलब एक नाम, एक virtual ये करना है. वहां पर जो रैक लेवल का सेटिंग वगैरह है, Azure has already done that. मुझको यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक नाम लिखना है availability set का. मेरा अपना availability set मैं बना रहा हूँ. अच्छा, test availability set. Okay. Now it is asking fault domain. What is a fault domain, guys? अभी जो मैंने explain किया आप लोगों को, ये 3 वाला, this is fault domain. Why is it called fault? Because कोई किसी का ISP का connection चला जाना या power supply चला जाना, can it be planned? Can it be planned activity, guys?
No.
No,
No.
it is obviously a fault. कहीं ना कहीं से कोई वायर टूटा होगा, कुछ हुआ होगा. It is a fault. Hence, it is called fault domain. So, how many fault domain can you have? You can have maximum 3 domains and minimum obviously 2. एक होगा तो किसी तरह की redundancy नहीं हुई. So this image which I was explaining, it's not necessary to have 3 of them. You can select any 2 of them also. By the way, you're not selecting के कौन से तो, but you're selecting 2 of them. How many can you have maximum? Azure ने कितने इसमें divide कर रखा है? Let's say they have 900 racks. 3 domain में उसने divide कर रखा है. Is it necessary for you to use all 3?
No.
No.
You can use 2 of them or 3 of them. एक करोगे तो वैसे ही किसी तरह का कोई ये नहीं हुआ, right? एक करोगे तो there is no redundancy. So either you have to select 2 or you have to select 3. तो अब मैंने इनको 3 ले लिया, right? Now update domains. Let's talk about update domain. What is update domain? Fault domain क्या होता है? It depends on the fault. कि किसी तरह का fault आ जाए तो उससे redundancy. A fault कैसा होगा? We just explained. ISP या power supply. Majority of the time यही fault होता है. Now update domain. What do you understand by update?
Software updates.
Yes, software update, hardware update, it could be anything. अब ये जो सर्वर्स रखे ना यहाँ पर, इनको भी तो कोई मेंटेनेंस लगता है, राइट? इनका फर्मवेयर अपग्रेड होता है, इनकी केबलिंग वगैरह निकाल के शायद उसका फर्मवेयर किसी भी तरह का, बट अपडेट इनका भी होता है. सो देयर इज अ कैच ऑफ अपडेट ऑल्सो. तो यहां पर Azure ने इसको कैसे डिवाइड कर रखा है? इन मिनिमम यू कैन हैव 1 and maximum you can have 20. Remember these numbers, guys. ये कभी कभार आते हैं क्वेश्चन में. अपडेट डोमेन, फॉल्ट डोमेन का मैक्सिमम नंबर 3 है, अपडेट डोमेन का मैक्सिमम नंबर 20 है. Now, how does it work? Let me tell you. I'll open an Excel file. इनको मिलके बनता है guys availability set. ठीक है, so I have created one availability set. Virtually हमने एक availability set बना लिया. Okay. Fault domain. How many fault domain can I have, guys?
Minimum 2.
3. Maximum 3.
Maximum
Maximum 3.
1, 2, and 3. And then I have update domain. How many update domains can I have?
Maximum
20.
20.
20.
20.
1, 2, 3, 4. इस तरह से let's say जितने भी हमको लेने, we'll stick to 5. Okay. Now for any application where I have opted availability set, तो मतलब है मैं उसको उसमें फॉल्ट डोमेन और अपडेट डोमेन सेलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा कि भाई इस अवेलेबिलिटी सेट में द वन विच यू आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट, that availability set, how many fault domains do you want and how many update domains do you want? I've taken 3 fault domains. I've taken 15 or 5 update domains here. Okay. Now, whenever I'm creating the first virtual machine जो है आपका हमेशा जाएगा in availability set. If I create the first virtual machine, VM1, where will it go, guys? Fault domain 1, update domain 1. Similar application का अब मैं जब second virtual machine बनाऊंगा, where will it go?
Update domain, fault domain 2 and update domain 2.
Update domain 2. Third virtual machine, where will it go?
Fault domain 3
and
update domain 3.
Correct. यहाँ तक सही है. Fourth virtual machine, where will it go?
Fault domain 1 and update domain 4.
4.
Is it correct, guys? Are you getting it? मतलब ये दो machines नहीं है.
Yes.
Understand? These are not two machines, right? So now look at this at the portal. What will happen before I go to portal? थोड़ा सा इसको यहाँ पर explain कर देता हूँ. Okay. So what will happen here? When you say update domains, fault domains are literally physical segregation. That these racks, let's say 100 racks in this line, and they have different power supply and different ISP. These are 100 racks, but update domain, they are virtually divided. इसमें से कुछ servers ले लिए, इसमें से कुछ servers ले लिए. So what will happen that whenever you update something, तो वो सारे के सारे एक साथ नहीं होना चाहिए. ये तो नहीं है कि there is no fault, but I am updating the servers. और मैंने सारे servers को एक साथ update कर दिया. तो जो मेरे servers उस पर run कर रहे थे वो shut down हो जाएंगे. So to avoid that, we have update domains. We have created the groups. Let's see that on the portal, and I hope you will understand. If not, we can take lighter examples and try to understand this. Okay. Now, I'm trying to create a machine. I have taken this should be standard. Everything is fine. I'm taking availability set. I've created one availability set, right? I normally use same user ID and password, so later on we don't have to worry about the username and password, etc. You guys can use the same if you want. It's up to you though. All these options will check जब हम उस तक आते हैं. As of now, only focus on that one. ठीक है? I'll create one machine. Okay, this machine is being created, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is the machine which is being created, guys. Let me create 2 or 3 more machines, and then you will have a better picture. Meanwhile, is it confusing yet, or are you guys able to understand it?
No, we understand it.
So availability set is nothing, guys, but in the same data center, they have divided the racks based on fault and update. ठीक है, बाकी नंबर्स आपको याद रखना है. इंटरव्यू में नंबर्स आ जाते हैं कभी कभी. मैक्सिमम फॉल्ट डोमेन कितने हो सकते हैं, मैक्सिमम अपडेट डोमेन्स कितने हो सकते हैं, व्हाट इज अपडेट डोमेन, व्हाट इज फॉल्ट डोमेन, और व्हाट इज अवेलेबिलिटी सेट. ऑल दीज थिंग्स you will have to remember. बाकी we'll see the practical. Okay, so this machine is being created. Let's see, once it is created, then will go ahead and check the availability set options कि ये availability set में कहाँ पर बता रहा है. I did not get a chance to select, by the way. Understand guys one thing. Did I have a chance to select कि ये कौन से fault domain में जाना चाहिए, कौन से update domain में जाना चाहिए? No. Initially I had to create one availability set and I just had to select कि कितने fault domain चाहिए और कितने update domain चाहिए. उसके बाद I didn't have an option to select कि ये machine कौन से fault domain में जाएगी, ये machine कौन से update domain में जाएगी. That is not up to you. वो Azure खुद से कर लेता है. ठीक है, I'm waiting for this to get created. Meanwhile, guys, okay, यहाँ पर आते हैं while that machine is being created. Fine. So let's say now VM5. If I create VM5, where will it go? VM5 will which update domain and which
Fault
fault
domain
domain?
2,
Hmm.
fault domain 2 and update domain 5.
VM5 here. VM5 here. It's single machine, guys. Okay, don't get confused. दो machine नहीं बन रहे. But we are just checking के कहाँ कहाँ पर जा रहा है. Then VM6 if I create, it will go to fault domain 3 and update domain.
6.
How many update domains do we have?
No, so here we have, so it will go now in update domain 1.
One. Yes. Is my application highly available now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Now, if I tell you that my fault domain 3 is down, for some reason, fault domain 3 is down. Is my application still up and running?
Yes.
Yes. Only VM3 and VM6 will not be able to.
Yes. So we'll see that literally when we come here. Okay, it's created. So if you want to check the availability option and scalability option, where can you check, guys? Looking at the menu, where do you think we should check?
Availability and
Plus
Scale.
scale.
Yes. So if I go and check availability plus scaling, this machine is not a part of, did we not select that? Okay, my bad. I think I didn't select that. Let me check again. No, yeah, we did. Sorry, I was checking at availability zone. So availability set, yes, it is a part of availability set. Now let's go and check which availability set. This availability set. So how many fault domains do I have in this availability set, guys?
so there are 3
Okay, how many
and
update domains
update
do we
domain
have?
5.
5. This virtual machine, how many virtual machines do I have in this availability set?
1 only.
1. And where is that virtual machine? Or which fault domain, which update domain?
That are showing in update domain 5 and fault domain.
Update domain
Fault
5?
0,
Update
update
domain
0.
5.
No,
Yes.
all domain 0 and update domain 0.
Yes. Actually, we started from 1, but how it works? There are 3, no doubt, but the numbering starts with 0.
Like array.
Yes. Numbers, they are still 3, no doubt. 3 or EF5, no doubt, but numbers will start with 0. Okay, so my first machine, it is in fault domain 0, update domain 0. Let me create another machine quickly. one thing guys, most of the time resource group it's not the dependency. Okay, in upcoming sessions we are going to learn networking etc. Where resource group it's not the dependency. For example, if there is a network which someone has created, there's a network which Riaz has created, Shweta will be able to use that resource group as far as she has access to his resource group, right? As far as she has access, she will be able to use it. But availability set is the only resource which affects by resource group. Now my availability set is created in temp resource group. Now if I create another machine in some other resource group, then I will not be able to use the same availability set which I have created. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
So I'll have to select the same resource group. I'll give the machine some name. Okay, look at this. I think I have already given this name to the existing machine. Hence, I have to select some other name. See. East US. Am I talking about availability zone or availability set? We are talking about availability set. Do I have to create a new availability set?
No.
We can
No.
select that.
Yes. And
from
if I
availability.
create new availability set, then these machines are not related then. वो मशीन अपने availability set में single machine है, ये एक अलग availability set बनेगा, इसमें single machine बनेगी. Which is not my intention. My intention is to add more machines to that availability set. So I'm selecting that availability set. Rest all I keep default and I'll create the machine. I think password we did not put. And what do you think? Can I have only similar machines in availability set as in all Windows, or can I have Windows, Linux, anything? What do you think?
Anything?
Anything. But do you think it's a feasible or sensible decision to have multiple machines with different data? Is it serving my purpose? What is the purpose of availability set? ये सब क्यों कर रहे हैं हम लोग?
High
What is the-
availability के लिए.
What does it mean? High availability का मतलब क्या है कि same application चलनी
Up
चाहिए
and running.
मल्टीपल सर्वर्स पे, राइट? ताकि एक सर्वर डाउन हो तो दूसरे सर्वर से उसकी सर्विसेज मिलती रहे. So if my application which is coded for Windows having another Linux machine, is it going to help me?
No.
No. In fact, इतना close call होता है that if your first machine is 2K19 data center, तो आपके बाकी सारे मशीन भी exactly वैसे ही होंगे. तभी जाके आपकी एप्लीकेशन सिंक करेगी, साथ में चलेगा अच्छे से. Otherwise वो एक इंडिविजुअल मशीन होगी, then there is no use of that machine. Okay, in similar manner, guys, I'm creating one more machine on my second screen using the same method. So we'll have 2-3 machines together. Meanwhile, if you have guys any questions, please let me know. जब तक ये बन रहा है, any doubts, any questions, please do ask. Yes, guys, any doubts, any questions?
That last time I got the error message which I had published on the group. So I got to know that I was not added in that resource group. So that is why. But I just wanted to know about briefly about that error.
What was the error?
While creating machines, when I'm selecting that my subscription, and after that when I'm selecting my name, I was getting that error message that resource group or something. So that resource group, virtual machine resource group was missing. I don't have the access for that particular group.
So maybe you didn't have the access. If that is, unless we know the exact error, we will not be able to troubleshoot anything. Right? If you're talking
So I'll
about you
share
didn't
that
have
in the
access, it could be access. Yes, if you have it, let's open and we can discuss that. Meanwhile, this machine is also created, guys. Okay, now if I go here, look at this availability set. How many machines should I see now? Three machines. One is being created. So where do you think this machine will go, guys? In which fault domain? The third machine which is being created.
Fault domain 2,
Mhm.
update domain 2.
Update domain 2, fault domain 2, right? And once that is created, I'm going to create one more machine. So in total, I'll have 4 machines. So we'll be able to do our practical properly. Understand, to use availability set, there's a compulsion that you should have same resource group. You cannot create one machine here in this resource group, another machine in another resource group. All of them should be in same resource group. Then only it is going to help you. Yes, meanwhile, you can show your error message. You can forward it to me. I'll open it here in the screen. And we'll talk about it.
Sure.
Yes, guys, I hope you guys are understanding, right? Are you guys getting it?
Yes.
Any confusion, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So look at this. Now this has been created. We have 7 minutes left. I'm hoping that machine gets created and then I have some questions and we'll finish it for today. Tomorrow we'll start with availability zone. We'll obviously revise a little bit of availability set.
So, I have shared that screenshot in the chat.
Can you guys see this? The error message?
Yes.
Okay, this is nothing, guys. This is for the first time when you try to create some resource. It's your subscription's first time, right? So you have to register some services, which was not done on this subscription. Hence, you are getting the error. And how to tackle that? That I have already given in this OneNote. Somewhere here it was. I have already guided someone to use the article and do it. Let me check. Yeah, here it is. Somewhere here it is. Let me show it to you tomorrow. We have only 3 minutes. But what needs to be done was given here, and people have followed that article. Why it comes? Because that was your fresh subscription, and those services were not registered on your subscription. That was the only reason it appeared. So this machine has been created.
In the
So
resource
here,
group.
yeah, here it is. So when you go to your subscription, guys, under subscription in settings, all these steps have given in the OneNote, so I'm quickly going fast. Under this one, resource providers, you simply had to come and register it. For example, now I have already registered this Microsoft AAD. I can work on that. जो भी सर्विस पे आपने नहीं काम किया वो अनरजिस्टर्ड इसमें होती है एंड वर्चुअल मशीन बनाने के लिए जो सर्विस यूज होती है दैट इज कंप्यूट माइक्रोसॉफ्ट कंप्यूट सो कंप्यूट वाज नॉट रजिस्टर्ड in my case it is registered. You just had to come here like this and click on register. Like I do not have classic compute register because I don't use that, but if I want it I will click on this and I click on register. That's it. But you should have contributor level access on this subscription, and this is done. Okay, 2 minutes are left. I hope our machines, yes, our machines are ready, guys. Look at this. 3 fault domains, 5 update domains, and 4 virtual machines. First virtual machine went to fault domain 0 and update domain 0, which is the first one. Second virtual machine went to fault domain 1, update domain 1, which is the second one. Then third machine and similarly. So जैसे यहाँ पर 3 fault domain खत्म हो गए, where did the fourth machine go?
On 0.
On 0.
First
Fault
and
domain.
fourth. Yeah.
So
First.
now my question is, if my fault domain 0 is down for some reason, how many machines are impacted?
2. There would be
I'm not talking about the application. Application is up and running. How many servers are impacted?
2.
Right. If my update domain 2 it's down, how many machines are impacted?
1.
Yes. In fact, apart
Only
from
one.
fault domain 0, if anything goes down, only one machine will be impacted. And if fault domain 0 goes down, then 2 machines will be impacted. Now you guys can extrapolate this. Let's imagine here you have 9 servers, 10 servers, 20 servers. Then how will it happen? Right? Remaining things we are going to see later. We have only 30 seconds left, guys. I will upload the recording. Not assigning any task as of now. Go through this topic. Read it here properly. Here we have this under subscription. Please go through and read this. Go through this. So I'm giving you some time. From here to here, you can leave the availability zone. This I will cover tomorrow. And regions also, per region. So you read data center, global network, Azure geography, Azure region, Azure geography, this one. Please read this one and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow then. Okay, availability
Okay.
set is also here. You can read here.